Live. So welcome. I don't know yet if we will have the pleasure to meet other guests. Until now, it's me and I. I'm just checking if there are um, the LinkedIn is okay. So normally it will be okay. So I'm just checking. Yes, so it works. So welcome. And so for the first ever live since I'm back, I'm going to sing you a song. And for the replay team also, welcome for everyone who is joining. I am not tracking LinkedIn right now, so I don't know if I will not see any comments on Restream. Apologize. And if we have any viewers, I'm really focusing on my session today, and feel free to join the stage if you want, if you can. There is the link. And as I'm not tracking LinkedIn, I'm just hoping that Restream will allow me to see the comments because I have some technical issues. I have also some physical issues, but I'm going to dive in later. But first, I'm going to sing you a song. So first, I will bring some music. Hopefully that the music will work. So here is the music. Hopefully it is the show. So the music tempo will not be like the tempo of my voice of the song, but it's okay. And I'm going to sing you a song that I would like to embody more. So I'm gonna love you again. I'm gonna love you again. I'm gonna love you again. Check in on my very best friend. Find a wind to feel myself right above the broken rails. I'm gonna love you again. Ooh, 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 ooh. I will give you the link to this amazing song version. I love it. It's my wake up alarm right now. And so I'm going to sing you the rest. I'm gonna love you again. Check in on my very best friend. Find the wind to feel myself right above the broken rails. And bored by the tires that break or bend. I'm free, and don't you know? No clown to claim he used to know me then. I'm free, and don't you know? Ho, 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 I'm gonna love me again. So this is a song from Elton John and Taggart. I don't know this man, but they were part of the Rocketman movie, celebrating the life of Elton John. So I love this song, and I'm going to go to the chat if there are any comments. Marsha, welcome. I'm really happy to see you. And yes, I'm gonna love me again. And feel free to join the stage on the stage if you want, if you can. And so I'm going to now introduce you to my next kind of music. So, but let's um, let's just bring the music, but really low. So the reason I decided to make this show on Saturday first is that I cannot really rest. I need to connect with my tribe and also to document what happens during the last 2 weeks. So ravioli, yes. Thank you, Jen, for joining. And as you know, there are links on the comment for joining the stage if you want, if you can, because it's even better when we are together. But it is me until now, unless I see anyone pops in Restream. And I hope that you will see the link of Restream, that you will be able to join. I might be able to check and get again to bring the link here, and bear with me to go to LinkedIn. Hopefully it will not load the bandwidth, because I know that sometimes there are some issues. So I see already a message popping in, so bear with me. I'm the only eye assistant. So yeah, so welcome Kenny, by the way. And yes, I cannot see your comment, sorry, Kenny. But I really appreciate that. I'm trying to post the link, but it's okay. Seems like okay. So I'm apologizing for the and I'm going to repost the link in case, because it's strange that Restream is giving me a link and then giving me another link. So bear with me. So first, how are you feeling today, my friends? This is Saturday and or Sunday for Australians that are waking up and attending live, if ever. No, this is not the event that I want to check. So apologize. I'm just babbling. And so, I see already someone coming. So I see. I will just bear with me. Voila. Because no, I see the link is not the same. So I post it in LinkedIn. So normally it will be fine, and I am welcoming someone. But who is joining? I've seen a notification that someone entered, but I don't see anyone. So feel free to rejoin if you were trying to join the stage. So thank you, Jane, for your presence. My proud moment of the week. Yes, so I will reply to you later, because I see that Mr. Savor, the flavor is there. And please also mute yourself. We will have the echo of my voice. Moment of the week. So I don't know if you can cancel my sound. Just remove, reduce the volume of my sound. Okay, so we will be back, because Kenny is there, but I don't want to. It's already amazing to see an Oli. If there is the echo of Oli behind, it will not be really be bearable as conversation. So that's why it might be my side, might be your side, I don't know, but let's try our best to make this bearable. So my proud moments, I will say, not especially my week, but my last 2 to 3 weeks, is to having attended this conference, which was the 17 and 18 May. So it's already last month, 2 weeks ago. So I will include my proud moments. I will include the week before. But let's say that my proud moment of this week, or let's say last week, end of last week, was to discover 2 new places in Bologna. But my proud moment was really me saying yes last year and few months ago to this coaching conference. So team coaching, come iniziare a sviluppare un proprio business, l'importanza delle AI nel coaching e non solo. just one topic, in fact, because there was many things, but conjoined with Kingston College and Kingston College Italia, and hosted in Fondazione Campus in Lucca. It was amazing. And it was the first time that I was amazingly happy to meet people that I was used to meet online. So thank you so much for this question, by the way, Jane. What I'm looking forward to most in June. And I will keep this question for the end, because now I want to dive about my experience. So, but the topic is mental health, and also having balance between being empathic and setting boundaries, because I think this is an equilibrium. There are people that are totally empathic, and at the same time they don't say no. They say yes to everyone, and guess what? They are invaded. And there are people that set up really straight ahead boundaries, but they say more no than yes, and they are not empathic. So I will talk more about that before, for the purpose of this session. So that's my challenge, because I am empathic by default, and which was not really sane. It was really toxic, because it means that I was people pleaser. I was saying yes to others, even at the expense to say no to me. And that's the main challenge when people are empathic. They say yes, 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 yes. But then there are two things. They are saying no to themselves, because they are saying yes to others. They cannot set up boundaries for themselves. And also, they say yes so often that, of course, we have all 24 hours a day. And so we hold promises that we might not be able to fulfill, or that we forget to honor. That's also my case. So that was me years and years and years and years ago, and even sometimes I still struggle. But I am working about that. So bear with me. Now I found my message yesterday, which is: life is a chance, love is infinity, and grace is reality. Life is a chance, love is infinity, grace is a reality. So I love this, because I am having a dear friend that helps me to come back to reality. And guess what? Her first name is also Grace, but this is like my little secret. Don't tell to everyone. And then the tea that I'm drinking right now, if you allow me, has another message, because I love yogi tea, by the way. The voice of your soul is breath. The voice of your soul is breath. So as I love to bring language also in the scene. La vie est une chance, l'amour est infini, la grâce est réalité. And here in French, la voix de ton âme est ta respiration. So this is a reminder to breathe to ourselves, and me to tap in all our cells, all of my cells, of my brain cells, because when I speak another language, quando parlo un'altra lingua, I use all my brain. And to remember to breathe, remember to drink. So feel free to comment. I don't see any comments, so I'm going to move on. So I went in Lucca for 2 days, more than 2 days by the way, but 2 days of my conference. And then I went in Bologna for a few more days to see my friends. And on my stream, on my YouTube channel, you will see this particular moment that I captured, that they allowed me to capture. So because they could say no, or they could wait for me to end this session and come back to our conversation. Milko and Marta, that you see on the stream, on my previous LinkedIn Live event, um, are deep friends from Italy that I was meeting. So in Bologna, more than a week ago, and then in 2019, and then 2011 and 2010. So with that, I welcome No Savor the Flavor, Mr. Kenny. Hopefully there is no more echo.
Can
So
you
welcome,
hear
Kenny.
me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Savor the flavor.
Savor the flavor. So how are you feeling, my friend?
Scrumptiously, deliciously, edibly tasty good.
Okay, so as I'm hearing now the beautiful music of your heart, I'm now turning off the music here, and that's it. So
No echoes.
no echo, so all is fine now, and I'm happy to see Jane, and also Jay. Thank you. Oh yeah, Jay, saying no to others sometimes really means saying yes to yourself. That's it.
I said
And
no.
thank you also, thank you, Sean Michael, for joining. Bonsoir. So, Kenny, how are you feeling today?
Okay, I'll repeat myself. I'm feeling so delectably, scrumptiously, deliciously, edibly tasty good.
That's why I'm really happy to hear you. And, ooh, what's it? 75?
72.
72. Sorry. It's really because it's the mirror. I was thinking it's 5, but yeah, yeah, chocolate, indeed.
Girardelli, whatever you call it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, so Kenny, do you want to bring a subject about mental health and about balancing between being empathic and setting up your boundaries?
I'm all about setting up boundaries because I say no many times, and many times people don't like it, but that's okay.
So you have to say no many times. Is it only for your work or is it outside of your work also?
It's both. It's both.
Both. Okay, yeah.
Personal and
And
professional. Absolutely.
yeah, and do you think that even if you set your boundaries, you are still empathic?
Absolutely.
So, what is your own definition of empathy?
Empathy. It's um it's being in the other person's shoes, how that person would feel, how you would feel in that person's shoes in the same or similar situation.
Hmm. So I feel that you are doing your best to be empathic because I what I perceive from you since many months of me knowing you is that all the time you are always celebrating people, sending deliciously, confusely, edibly, tasty, good, amazing comments, and that I will always hold that in my heart when I will think about you because you are such a warrior also.
I do my very best.
Hmm.
You have to keep your sanity.
And what if you choose instead of having to?
Repeat that again.
You say that you have to do that in order to keep your sanity.
Yes, I have to say no so I can keep my sanity. You can't
Yes,
be.
but at the same time, you are saying yes when you want,
Mhm,
and that you are empathic and that you are sending amazing messages also.
mhm.
So I'm also happy because sometimes people catch up my words, so I'm happy to catch other words. So what if you can have the will to do it and not the have to do it?
Then I'd be fake.
Why having the will to do it will be fake instead of having the have to?
Okay, let me see if I understood what you just asked me. Um,
Okay.
I want to feel what I'm saying. I don't want to
Mm,
pretend to be what I'm not. That's what I'm trying
mm.
to say.
Okay, because I at some point also I feel that I could reframe my thoughts sometimes that said I have to,
Hmm.
but then I say to myself, okay, this is a task, this is important, and I will do it.
Hmm. Yeah, that's the difference between saying that you have to or that you will. Because when you will, you want to. You have to, you kind of do it because you don't want to, but it's a need, so to speak.
Exactly, and it's a decision. And also, by instance, I will be vulnerable to tell that I could say I have to go to check for this little part of my body on Tuesday to check if it's good or not.
Hmm.
But I will say also I will do that because then it's not a duty, a must, but it's a decision. Because if I could say, oh no, I have to, but I will not do that. But I decide also that I will because and then I reframe myself. I don't say I need to, but I want to in order to move forward to check if this little part of my body is doing well or is broken because I have pain right now with my little shoulder.
Oh,
So that's why I also have to take responsibility to have responsibility about anything that happens in my past and that I have that I would like to do in the present moment if I want to move forward because I could say, oh no, I'm not going to check, but then I will be in uncertainty. Is it okay or is it broken? And if it's broken, it might be really difficult in the next weeks and months. And I don't want that. I want to be able to check if
mhm.
it's okay or not. So this is me also having the choice and the will aside the have to.
Yes, you make the choice. Absolutely.
Yeah. So before I'm going to continue with you, I'm going to acknowledge the presence of Jay. In the Bible, God breathed life into Adam, so there's divinity in breath. This is why our spoken words can be so powerful. That's true because our breath, our words is expressed with our breath. When we expire, when we speak, we expire. We can speak also in inspiring, but it's not really something that we do. So I was modeling the other. Do I inspire my words like that every time? No, I always speak when I expire. But this is the funny part. And no, I also would like to acknowledge the comment of shown empathy and setting boundaries are not mutually exclusive. They are ways to honor yourself while holding your boundaries. Yes, that's it. And that's really a challenge for me because I am born empath. I am not born like a robot saying no all the time. So I have also to dance between, at some point, being empathic, but also saying no. And so, Jay, again, thank you for your comment. Being empathic, I am being called to share with you, Ollie, that Spirited Away, the live action play, is available to watch online. Ooh, the live action play. I don't know. I know Spirited Away from Ghibli animation when I was seeing that with Chihiro and yeah, with the spirits. So I will check on that. So, yes, this is Kenny Real Face, dear Alexandria. So feel free to
Yes.
join on stage also. I see someone in the waiting room. Thank you for your patience, Jane. I hope that you didn't have to wait a lot. So welcome, Jane. Did
Aloha.
you wait a lot?
Aloha, everyone.
Aloha.
Happy belated or happy early birthday, Kenalicious.
It's early. It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Oh,
If I
tomorrow!
if I don't see you or hear from you tomorrow, happiest of birthdays to you. May it be almost as delicious as you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
And you know how I said almost?
it. Yeah.
Because it can't be as delicious as you.
You're so sweet. Thank you. What are you drinking? What's so delicious?
Green smoothie, spinach, pineapple, kale, chia seeds, almond milk, protein powder.
It sounds very healthy. Is it delicious though?
It is. It is.
Okay.
Oh, it looks like delicious, really.
It is. It's good for me and it tastes delicious.
And welcome Meryl also, and apologize if there are LinkedIn people watching that commented and I don't see their comments, sorry. I'm just pinpointing the comments that I see. And feel free to join the stage at any point because, wow, wow, wow. And welcome also Alexandria. Yes, it looks really healthy. So I think tomorrow I will drink a fruit juice. That will be my special treat because tomorrow I will see a friend that I know online since many months and that I will see for the first time tomorrow as he come in Brussels. So that will be amazing, and I will celebrate it with a juice. And so thank you so much for joining Kenny and Jane. And first, I would like to also bear with me for a few seconds. This is also to honor an amazing person that is dear to my heart, that I cannot see physically since near 10 years right now. And that is my grandmother. I will post the picture on the comment. So
Okay.
this is my fellow grandmother. This picture was taken on the 2nd of June, so it could have been tomorrow, but
Oh my.
it 98. So it was 26 years ago that I took this picture of my grandmother. Her name is Georgette, and she would have been today 104 years and 2 days old. Her birthday was on the 30th May. 20 of the last century. And so I want to honor my grandmother because also I was attending Jay's story time session and he was talking about mothers, but then I would say my grandmother gave birth to six amazing children, including my dad. And my
Mm-hmm.
dad found my mom and gave birth to me. So I am alive thanks to my grandmother and thanks to my dad and my mom. So We like to honor that also because Mother's Day is not only once a year, could be each day of our lives.
every day.
So, Jane and Kenny, what would you like to share about our subject about between empathy and boundaries?
I want to say that you can have empathy. I shared a post not too long ago, and it was more on the lines of you can be kind but still have boundaries. You can be kind and still say no. You know, you can be kind and be assertive. You can be kind and still point, call people out when, they're not right. And so, to be honest, for the longest time, I didn't really feel like I had empathy because I don't know. I had a hard time kind of putting myself in other people's shoes. And my nephew had to like reframe it or like restate it for me. And he says, Auntie, you absolutely have empathy. You care for strangers. You offer, your things because they need it. And so I guess in my mind, I had a different understanding of empathy. But now that I understand, I definitely do try to put myself in other people's shoes and kind of grasp what they're experiencing. I don't necessarily have to go through what they're going through, but I can kind of grasp their perspective and what it is that they're experiencing, good, bad, ugly, whatnot. But you can absolutely be empathetic, but still protect your energy, your peace, and your time. So I think it's very, very important, and I'm speaking from experience, to not bury yourself while trying to help and support others, because that will happen. You will burn out because you miss the whole picture of, like, you get so focused, or I get so focused on problem solving for others that I drown myself. And so now that I've learned many, many, many times over, because the first time, it's a mistake. But if you keep doing it, it's choices you're making now. So I've learned that you don't bury yourself while trying to help others. Like, you can mean well and you can support others, but within your means, right? So I've really embraced the no, not because I don't want to help others. It's just because I don't want to overextend myself. I don't want others to mistaken my kindness for stupidity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, don't get me wrong, I'm a kind person. I'm very helpful. I will literally give you my shirt if you need one. But that doesn't mean you take my pants and my flip flops and my sunglasses, right?
I love that. Thank you so much. You are so funny, and you are so true. But also, it's a stranger will never ask you, "Give me your shirt," without your consent. I think it's also up to you to say, no, I will not give you my shirt, but what do you ask? Because maybe the person will be able to have a solution that is not required to be provided from you. Also, by instance, by instance, I know accounting. But if someone is telling me, "Oh, would you like um, I search for an accountant," I would say no because it is not anymore my passion, and it's not something that I'm good at anymore because there are so much updates also. So I think the most important is to set limits, but it's sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not easy. And I just remembered 1 or 2 years ago that the way that I was approaching that was called passive aggressive.
Mhm.
when I was saying yes, 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 yes. But then after my yes, after my promise, it was like a few, you know, and it was not from my mouth, but from my gesture, from either my ignorance of an appointment that I was saying yes to, and I was not attending, or a task that I promised to do, but I didn't do, either because I forgot, or either because I was not having the proper time to manage, and I forgot to tell the person in advance. So I think the most important, I think, and thank you for putting that on perspective, is to be able to be open, but at the same time to have limits. And that's
Mhm.
really difficult to have this kind of balance because there is not an or. It could be I am empathic and I set up boundaries. But initially, I was thinking either I'm empathic or either I set boundaries. Um, so, what is your take about putting the ends with empathy and boundaries?
What was the question, hun? The end?
Yeah, the replacing the or by the and when it comes to juggling between empathy and boundaries.
They definitely coexist, right? You have to. They might not. There might not be a balance. Everyone is different, but they definitely can coexist. You can be empathetic and still hold healthy boundaries. It's super important. One thing I was taught by my mentor is, in order to protect my energy, I don't go around handing out $20 bills, right? So I'm not going to go around handing out 20 minutes to just anybody. So really be, mindful and protect your energy. I've really learned that like the past like 7 years. It's something we don't, I think it's something we don't take inventory of, is our time and energy. When sometimes we forget we have 24 hours and we give, like 12 plus hours away for work when really we're getting paid for 8, right? um, but be really mindful of your time and other people's time too. I'm super transparent in all aspects of my life. I'm very honest, even though um, the truth hurts and the truth doesn't taste good. I rather be super transparent and let people know what to expect from me than, overpromise or whatever, kind of that looks like.
Okay, thank you so much. And yes, it's. I was not imagining this approach because indeed money is energy and time is also energy. So it's also about would I have the energy this week to do this or to do that? To promise yes, to give my yes, to give my word to someone that I will do this or that or this day, and also to be able to go back and to say I was promising you that a week ago, a month ago, but right now I cannot. So it's also to not putting too much pressure when I don't feel good to perform something that I was promising but I cannot achieve. Because there is the pressure to perform while I'm not having finally the time, the resource, the energy, the to do it, but also to force myself to do it and to be really with heavy feet when I do that. Because
Hmm.
I think at some point people are also knowing when you are enjoying doing things you promise to do or not. If I come like hi Jane, how are you doing today? So you will know my energy is really low. But hey, Jay, happy to see you today. But I'm not going to do that each day. But you will feel my energy. So I think it's also the people I am knowing. It's really difficult to fake. Or if you do, you fake it by taking in your energy or your inner child also, because they will also the inner child say, look, Ollie, are you going to fake that a lot? Because it's like also the at some point the body will always talk. Even if you control the mind, the body will talk. And so, by instance, I will share vulnerably also what I was doing. I was amazed because I went to Lucca in Bologna, Lucca for my conference, Kingston College, and then Bologna to see my friends. And then one of my friends, Martha, told me, if you want, you can visit Hamburg. So I was thinking, I'm going then to go from Bologna to Hamburg. And I did that, and I went to Hamburg few days, and I walked, and this particular Sunday, I think I walked too much. Honestly, I think I walked 20, 25 kilometers with my backpack, by the way. So it was quite heavy. But I walked, and I walked even more than I would have expected to walk. And then I enjoyed myself an amazing Italian restaurant in Hamburg. It was amazing, and it was late evening. And remember the times where sometimes it could be few minutes or it could be few seconds that your mind is disconnected from your body. You are elsewhere. Or in my case, also, I was checking to go back to my hotel, so I was checking the map with my smartphone, and I was walking, and boom, I hit a plot, or I don't know what I hit, but my shoulder and my coast were having this stress shock. So that was happening. My body told me enough is enough, and sometimes it happens when I'm in high energy. I think it's good because when you are really low energy, you will find always counterbalance support to get you back in the middle. But it happens also when you are so ecstatic. You are so ecstatic. And I remember it was 4 to 5 years ago. I was having an amazing day with a friend. It was amazing. I was woo! I was back to get home, and then I was taking the escalator. You know, the electric stairs, and it was raining and was slip. I slipped on the step, and oh, I was hitting my back on the stairs of this escalator. And so that was the counterbalance after my ecstatic high energy. So, and again, another warning for me, not only about proprioception and about considering the environment and not assuming that it will be okay because maybe there is a plot somewhere, but also to be able to say, okay, let's have a breath and let's digest this energy, this overflowing energy. So that's my lesson for the last days, and that I'm paying right now. But with the help of God and hopefully with rest and care, I might love about this experience in few months, in few years. But right now, it's ouch, ouch, ouch. But it could be even worse. So I'm really happy to. I take gratitude about that. So that was my share. So do you have any other share?
I have a question for you, actually, or either one of you. Um, Actually, Ollie, for you first, and then savor the flavor after. Um, how do you handle? those who don't respect your boundaries or push or either okay, first push your boundaries or don't respect your boundaries. Either one, however you want to answer it.
Oh, Kenny, do you want to go first?
Absolutely. Everybody know the answer to this one already. I don't give a flip. Either you do or you don't. I don't step all over you. Don't step all over me. Don't mistake kindness for being a doormat. I'm none of that. Jane knows what I'm talking about.
Yes, I think that comes with time and experience and the exhaustion of no longer giving F's, right? I think for me, I really don't care how much what other people think of me anymore. I'm just at that point in my life. You're either on my team or you move out of the way.
Good, good,
Yeah.
good. I love myself
Always.
too much, and you love
Yeah.
yourself too much to be taken advantage of.
And I'm learning. I'm learning to love myself as much as I love my best friend. I Someone told me, treat yourself the way you treat your best friend, and I'm learning that because
I like that.
like it doesn't it doesn't come easy for me to always choose myself first. It feels a little bit uncomfortable, but I'm liking it.
Why? Why?
I think I've been that, very much mom character and taken care of everybody my whole entire life.
Hmm.
Now that I've outgrown a lot of people
Hmm.
and my son is going to be 24, I'm not needed as much. And so I can finally be like, oh, I get to choose myself first. I'm going to say no to this, that, and the other and
Hmm.
curb my expectations. It, I have to tell you, it felt weird, but I'm really liking it. I'm
Hmm.
really liking choosing myself first.
You should
And
love
also, it helps when I'm full and thriving and, in abundance, I have more to give.
it. Exactly.
So when you're in that kind of mindset, choosing yourself is not selfish. Choosing yourself is not greedy. And so it's that whole reframing and shifting your mindset.
Exactly. Save
Go
that.
ahead.
Exactly. I love that. That's how I feel.
Yeah, so now it's my turn, and I do acknowledge the pattern that I use most of the time is that I let others speak before I speak. So this is something that I could do more to take the lead of speaking first, because sometimes I intentionally let others speak first, and then comes the time where I go next to another thing, or I don't speak. So it's still learning. So before that, acknowledging the past, the pattern, the fact that I had challenging moments in my childhood and in my adolescenthood where I was not expressing my voice. I was silent, and so my body spoke in my on my behalf with patterns of passive aggressive, of doing things to see, to express the will to be seen, to be heard, but without expressing with my voice. I was expressing it with my body. See me, see me, see me. I'm here, and then being bullied. But then when I come to know my past, and it was more than 30 years ago, I realized that either I take this as a learning and I move forward with my response ability, or either I continue to not work on it. So I think the response, it depends. If these are stranger I don't know, I will respond quite um, firmly. No,
Mhm.
it's like no, and if they are insisting, no, no, no. and then I will be really more insisting aggressively my no if they insist. But if they are jumping on me and there are people that know me,
Mm-hmm.
especially friends, family, that's the less easy possible because there are emotional strings attached. And that was the case sometimes when I was dealing with that with dear friends, with family, with my dad. Then I said always yes, even though it was something that was not something that was pleasing me. I was saying yes because I was in a space of people pleasing. I was in a space of dissociation, of only worth less than that. And so that's the thing that I'm learning. And I'm really glad to have Marnie around me right now, including you, Jane, including Melissa, including other people that are awakening me about that. And a dear friend of mine who knows me since more than 8, 9 years, I've seen the different versions, onions of Oli of 2015 to 2024, and I'm still learning. But at the same time, I'm feeling like I'm 48 years old in 3 weeks, and if that means 2 times 24, and if I cannot set up my boundaries, I will not be able to move forward with my own mission, my own energy, my own joy. And it could also mean that I could include others within as soon as I include me first. And that's the thing that I try to embrace. Include me first and then include me others. And that means also that if I drank already one glass of wine, it's not really something that I do. I think I was not doing it for months and months, but socializing with people, especially when I went in Sitges in Lucca, I was drinking some wine sometimes. But I know that it could be coffee, for instance. If I drank already 2 or 3 cups of coffee and it's enough for me, if someone offers me a coffee, I will say no. Something that I probably wouldn't do 3 to 4 years ago because I know the impact of not respecting my body boundaries when I have already full my plate and someone is offering me things. There is this kind of culture that you don't say no, especially for Arabic culture or others. But I think at some point of my life I can say no, but say thank you. I really appreciate your concern, your offering, your um gesture grace. I might take a little bit, or I might take something else, but not this. So that's and also I was inspired by Isabel also Fortin a few months ago about her wine anecdote. Like if she expresses at forefront that she doesn't drink wine, and the host is constantly asking her, "Do you want some wine?" Then of course she will insist. I said no. I said no. I said no. So why do why do you ask me again if I want wine if I said no up front? And I realized that this was already something that was germinating in me since 2012, 13, always at that time because of something of my first concern choice that was to not eat any more foie, foie gras.
Au revoir.
Yeah, because I was concerned about animal well-being, even though if this brand is safe, blah blah blah, they are really feeding them with love, whatever. I don't want to participate on that.
Mhm.
So I said no. And at first, it was difficult to my dad and to some people on the family of my dad's friends because they were from the Ardennes, they were hunters. So they were having white food especially on the end of the year, like pork, white pork, and they used to have foie gras on the Christmas. But then I was standing and I was saying, no, you can have my part if you want. And they
Mhm.
were pissed at the end. But I said no, because I prefer to eat something else. Then I realized that I could do the same with bread for gluten or for something else. So I think it is not a checkbox. It is not done. It is something that is being all the time in concern in the mind when it comes to set up boundaries, because also boundaries, I can say yes to you 30 minutes ago, and then if there is something the same request, no, I could say no. Or it could be like next year, next week, I could say no. Because boundaries, I think it's not because I say yes no that in 30 minutes, in 30 days, I could say yes again without you to ask me. But you said yes 30 years, 30 years, 30 days ago. So I think it's also important to reassess our boundaries depending on our relationship. Because if I said yes a lot of time with a dear friend, but this friend is betraying me
Mhm.
and is not my friend anymore,
Mhm.
guess what? I will not say yes again.
Mhm.
Wish you good life, wish you good journey, but
And
you
goodbye.
betrayed me, so you have to deal with that and and eat my yes. So I think the most important is to for me to apply my blah blah also because I talk, but no, is that am I taking that in action? And that's the key because I think I'm better than politicians. Politicians are amazing, charismatic, you know. Oh, if you vote for me, I will bring you to the moon. I will blah 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 blah. Blah. But then, oh, guess what?
They
Like,
lie.
beep.
They lie.
So I think it's why politics is really distrusted right now, including media. I'm not going to jump in this bandwagon right now, but I'm going to have to vote in 7 8 days. So it's always for me it's like the time where my mailbox is the most wasted when there are so much paper waste in my post mailbox. So because I'm not I'm not going to vote for any of them. Guess what? But that's just a parenthesis. So what are your shares right now?
As you learn and grow and evolve, that no is going to be a lot easier, and you're going to feel the next level to that is you're going to feel like you don't owe anybody an explanation to your no, right? And what you'll also learn, so look and listen carefully around, the people that you surround yourself with. The people who respect your no and respect your boundaries, those are your people. The ones that constantly push your boundaries and don't respect those you'll find you'll start, cutting them out and shuffling them out of your life. Or you know what? The universe will take care of it for you. But it's really important that when you say no, you like hold to it.
Mhm.
I'm saying no. It's like they like let's just say, hey Ollie, I ask you, hey Ollie, can I have $7? You're like no. And then, 30 minutes later, hey Ollie, can I have $6.50? And I'm taking advantage that you're my homie. I wouldn't do this, but I'm just saying
Yes.
sometimes the ones that are closest to you feel like they get a pass and not respect your boundaries. So when you say no, stay solid to it. And if those people who can't respect that, those aren't your people. What I've learned is that when I say no, I don't owe anybody explanation why I'm saying no, right? I'm saying no because it doesn't work for me. I still love you, but the answer is no.
Yes, and I think at some point, if they insist, you will say, "I still love you, but I will make the actions that you will not invade my time and my energy anymore." So that's also something that I need to because at some point also, if you are angry or hating this person, it's not only the person that will receive the energy, but you yourself also. You are giving the energy that you send to others to yourself as a boomerang, and it will become your poison because when you will think again with this person, you will hold this angriness, and so you will hold your own poison. So that's also a thing that you can love someone and at the same time wish them well, but deciding to not anymore seeing them invading your space and your time in your life. And so that's that's really something that I would like to embrace. So I will explore the book that you suggested me. Though I don't know if it's the power or the grace, but to be disliked. In fact, I would like to reframe my words. Also, I would like to embrace the fact that being disliked um, is not totally synonym by being not appreciated. Maybe you can be disliked, but and being still appreciated by people that dislike you,
Yes.
because then you are disliked at the moment, but and maybe the person will like you because you were really standing up for you at the end. So that's something that I would like more or less. And right now, I'm really blessed because my friend opened me a door that will really unfold great things as I work with that, because it's not only a one shot 12 weeks workshop, but it's also reflecting, journaling, and making exercise myself, taking time with myself about that. And this person is Edie Eager, but in French I would say Edith Eger. But Edie Eager is really soon 97 years old. She is an Holocaust survivor, and she wrote two books. Her third will come in few months, I think. But she was experiencing Auschwitz, and so it's about finding my North Star and also making peace with my past and owning responsibility of my past, which doesn't mean having shame about my past, because it's also reframing that I was victimized, I was a victim, but I am not a victim. I don't know how to express that, but I am a survivor and I was victimized. This is not my identity. And this is something, of course, I was not living what he was living or any trafficking survivor was living. And at the same time, it kept me traumatized for years and decades. So for me, it's about building my Oli from now, acknowledging also that I will make mistakes, and at the same time to reduce the time frame. before between my mistakes and being aware of them and digesting them. Because sometimes I make mistakes, but 5 years later I was not learning my mistakes. So I think it's also to reduce the time frame because I'm 48 and life is going fast, and I don't know how much days, years I will live on Earth, and I will bring my light as long as I breathe. And so I would like also to take some time to also acknowledge an amazing community, the Hounds of Business and TJ. TJ with the book Beyond Boundaries, Thriving in Life's Gray Zone, where I was the one of the co-author. Uh,
Oh.
yeah, yeah, 27 co-authors,
Mhm.
and that I was acknowledging. And I was receiving the book from Jackie, by the way. So hi, Jackie. She wrote me, "Dear Ollie, thank you for always lifting up others. It is an honor to be your friend and in this book together." So she was one of the 27 authors, and I'm really blessed that I will take time to read this book, and also that I decided to pay tribute to my dad in this book. And so, dedicated also to the children and adolescents who are facing bullying, violence, trafficking, resulting to huge mental health challenges, leading sometimes to suicide. May they find persons like Marnie to help them to navigate into a world which needs them alive so they can level up humanity with their light, presence, and actions. So, any other share, dear Jane or Kenny?
Yes. I'm older than both of you. You
By
be
a smidge.
you Ali, you be 48 very soon in 3 weeks. And tomorrow I'll be triple 22. So do the math. So I've learned a lot over the years, and you will get to be where I'm at right now. So saying no would not be so difficult to do. So save the flavor of that.
Hmm. Hmm. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I think I'm really blessed to connect with people like you, and that sometimes when I say too much yes to you or too quickly, then you give me some grace in saying to me, you can say me no. So that's also the power of friends to also kick me sometimes softly, but gently, but surely. That's why I'm really also happy to have friends like Jen Lin, Marsha, Alexandria, and others that I will meet, Mike and Jay and other friends. And I will miss other friends, but I'm glad that you joined this session. So, any final share, Jane, before I close this session?
I just want to say, Ollie, you're a really great human with a beautiful soul. And, you've got people who have your back, like myself and Kenny. So, anyone out of line that isn't treating you right, we'll handle them. But we'll help you grow and develop into someone who's very comfortable with saying no, right? It comes with experience, it comes with time,
Mhm.
you know. Um, but we got your back. We really appreciate how kind, inclusive, and how much you're there for everyone. I hope you show yourself the same level and amount of kindness and grace that you show others.
Mhm. Love
Mm,
yourself. Love yourself.
mm. Thank you so much, Angels. So before I close the room, my announcement for the next days, because I remember your question, so I didn't forget what are going to happen in June. That I'm really happy and eager, not only about eager, but I'm eager in June to live is that retrospectively on the 21st of June, I have my birthday. I will be 48. So I will have a huge celebration and probably in few days. And right now, I decided also from the 1st of June to have my 21-day challenge to move myself more forward, which will include some kindness moments because I am not a machine. I need also to integrate in the 21 days my self care and to breathe and to celebrate and to dance and to joy. So I'm gonna love you again. Check in on my very best friend. Find a way to feel myself right above the broken rails. So that's a song that I love to sing, by the way, from Elton John. And also, so this Tuesday, pray with me because I will have an X-ray results and I will see if I'm going to move forward or if I will need more repair. Hopefully not. And also, 4th June, I will make it will be yeah, it will be also in Tuesday, by the way, 4th June. It will be Refrench Ukraine special, announcing my membership. My membership will open on the 11th of June, and with also groups about language coaching. I will hold two groups for language coaching, and it will be open on 11th June, so 7 days after this Tuesday. And I'm really happy to do that because I would like to move forward and to work with amazing people who like to improve their French or any language because there is a group with French and a group with languages. Aside that, I'm also moving forward June, exploring more my mental health, what I do to make things in flow. Because it's easy to say, okay, I place things in my calendar, but the willpower to make things happen, including journaling, including taking care of myself, that's really important. So I will place structures in place during all June, and also decluttering my home, decluttering my network. That's also important. Decluttering my digital space. And in fact, when I say decluttering my network, it could be also, hey, it was a long time. It was 17 months ago. How are you doing today? So it could be like that also. And aside that, I think it's all. And sharing the last comments. And then any final word before I close definitely the room in less than 1 minute?
I hope to see you both tomorrow. And you know why?
What's tomorrow?
Oh my goodness.
Noni Pepperoni's throwing him a birthday party.
Oh, I will try to join, but if I say no, I know that you will still love me.
Of course I love you.
A little less.
Yeah, but if it's no, it's no. So this is my test. You know, I will say yes if I'm available, if I have the energy, but if not, happy birthday in advance, Mr. Kenny.
Triple 22.
Yeah.
I can't
So,
believe it.
which time in EST it is?
Say that again.
Which hour in EST time or PST or whatever?
Well, I was born 4:02 a.m. Eastern time.
Wait, but the session of Noni, I say. Sorry.
Oh, that's I think it's 5 p.m. Central Time.
Okay, 6 EST. That's feasible. It's 10 p.m. my time.
I'll
So
send you. I'll send it to you. I'll share it with you.
yeah, thank you so much for your presence in my show. You could have said no, but I'm happy that you said yes, and I know that your yes is a true yes from the heart.
Mhm.
So thank you so much. I'm going to end the session in 3,